Okay, what we're going to do today is solve this mother of a pre-algebra problem, and you got a huge term here uh, divided by 3, then another one plus 1 equals 6. What we're going to do is we're going to solve for x using the process of algebra, and what we'll do afterwards just to check to see whether or not we got the right answer is substitute our answer back in. So the first step is actually get rid of this term 1. So we're going to subtract 1. This is the inverse operation from both sides. And so I'm just going to rewrite this so I'm kind of nice and organized. If I do that, I end up getting that on top of 3 equals 5. Now we got to get rid of this 3 on the bottom, and the inverse of this is basically a division problem, so the inverse of that is multiply. So I'm going to divide this whole side by 3, yowza, and those just cancel. And over here we'll have on the side of the equation 15. And if I do, basically all that's left over here is the old numerator. So I have the parentheses for 1/3 x minus 1/4 plus 4/3 x. Almost finished. Actually, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this 4 into the two terms here. So it actually turns out to be 4 times 1/3 x. So it actually is 4/3 x, and then 4 times 1/4, which is just basically 4/4 that, plus 4/3 x equals 15. 4 over 4 obviously is 1, so I'm actually just going to, actually I didn't really need to solve that extra, put that extra step. I'm just going to make my life easier, and minus 4 over 4 is actually just minus 1. So actually I'm just going to do that to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to add 1 to this side, add 1 on that side. It's the opposite of this. And so now I have 4/3 x plus 4/3 x. So that actually ends up being 8/3 x, and over here we have 16. So this problem has got from increasingly complex to remarkably simple. And next thing I want to do is I'm going to, there's a couple different things you can do with this. So you could divide by 8/3, but I find it's actually easier just to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 3/8. Because when you do that, you multiply that into here, you'll end up having 24 over 24x, which is basically 1x. So you'll have that, and then if I want to simplify that a little bit, I have this 8 goes into 16 2 times, and I have x is 6. Bam! Now the question is this the answer or not? So what we should be able to do is we should be able to substitute this 6 in for x, and I'm going to do it up here with my original equation. And if it works out, which should be on the left side, should be on the right side as well. So I'm going to have 4 1/3 times 6 minus 1/4 plus 4/3 times 6. All this on top of 3 plus 1 equals 6. So what I want to do now is I'm going to kind of simplify this a little bit, and I'm going to first kind of simplify what's been happening with the 6 stuff. So I have here 4, and then I have, well, 1/3 of 6 is 6 over 3, or 2, minus 1/4. And then I have here 4 times 6, which is 24, divided by 3, which is 8. All this on top of 3 plus 1 equals 6. I got a couple things I can do. I can actually simplify this. I'll just do that because I think it's a little bit easier. And 2 minus, well, I'll just go here to go nice and easy. 2 minus 1/4 is 1.75, or 1 3/4. And I have that. So that plus 8 plus 3 plus 1 equals 6. And now I have the 4 times 1.5 and or 1.75, and I'll just simplify that pretty easily, and that's actually 7 plus 8 divided by 3 plus 1 equals 6. Make myself a little room over here. The 7 plus 8 is 15 divided by 3 plus 1 equals 6, and the 15 divided by 3 is 5. And if I completely simplified, the 5 plus 1 is 6 on the left side, on the right side. So if you see, we started with this problem. We simplified by subtracting 1 from each side. We did this. We multiplied by 3. Ended up solving for 6. But the cool thing about math is you'll always know if you're right or wrong, because if you substitute incorrectly and you end up done the problem correctly, you'll see that you have the both answer. What's on the left side is end up equal to what is on the right side. So this is using some basic algebra to solve an equation. Shizzle.